Hi, I'm Barry from VapinWays.com, and today I'm doing a quick video for our Ego T clearomisers. So it's basically an overview of what's in the kit, how to put the kit together, how to use the chargers, etc. Okay, so I'll just zoom down to our kit. Okay, so this is the Ego kit. This is it, all packed in a durable travel case, so everything's all together. It's ideal, so it's just so that you're not losing anything. Everything's in its place and you know where everything is. Okay, so we'll open it up. Okay, what I'll do is I'll go through the kit and just show you what's involved. Okay, first we'll go through the chargers. This one's an in-car charger. It just simply plugs into your cigarette lighter. This one here is your 240 volt charger. This is your USB Ego charger. Your battery screws into that, and I'll show you that shortly. This is your Ego T battery. The battery that I utilise are 1100 milliamps. So this is to ensure, you know, for heavy smokers, that they're going to get an all-day vape out of these. They're going to be able to vape it all day without any problems, even if you're a heavy user. And I use this particular product, this at 1100, because it'll last me all day, and I know it's not going to run out on me. It's a good quality product, and it's there to last. It's very durable. Okay, the first thing we need to look at on the battery is this little switch, this little round switch. Okay, you press that. Every time you press that, you got the e-cigarette in your mouth, you draw, and you press that, and what that does is just charges, puts an electrical current into the clearomiser, and it heats the coil, and that produces the vapor. Okay, and when you stop drawing on the clearomiser, you switch it off. Okay, it's pretty simple. Okay, this has got a lockout device on it as well, so if you're not using it, you can press that button 5 times and it'll flash and it'll switch off. I'll just show you that. Go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that battery's locked and it won't fire at all. So you can put it in your pocket, lean up against things, and it won't be firing. It won't be working. So I'll press that another 5 times and it'll switch the battery back on again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I must have pressed it 4 times instead of 5. Well, there you go. But anyway. I might also do the charger while I'm at it, so we'll do that. Okay, so this is your Ego T charger. It's a 430 milliamp charger, and it'll plug into any USB device, whether it's the in-car charger, your wall charger. You can plug it into your laptop or your computer. There's no problems at all there. Just make sure, like if you're ever replacing this charger, make sure it's no more than 430 milliamp charge, because it'll destroy batteries if you do that. Okay, so simply what you do is just put that straight on to the charger, screw it up like that. You don't need to screw it up really tight. Okay, and on here there's a little light, and once you first plug it in, that light will be red, and when the battery is fully charged, it'll turn green, and it's like a safety device so that the battery doesn't get overcharged. Okay, the first thing I'll show you is the in-car charger. All you do is just plug it straight in like that, straight into your cigarette lighter, and it'll charge up until it's all done, till the green light goes on. So we've got a wall charger, and you'll notice down there that it's got red and green lights. So this is an Australian wall one, so you don't need any adapters. Australian design, so you won't have any problems there. We'll get back to the lights. So when you first plug it in, you plug that in straight into there like that. Put it into the wall socket, and the red light will come on. So it'll charge under red light, the same as what it'll be a red light on here as well. And this one here, once it's fully charged, the green light will come on. So it'll stop any current from going through into the Ego charger. So it's basically like two safeties on the unit. So you'll never have a problem with it overcharging any batteries. Okay, so we've done that. So the next thing we got is the clearomisers. What I've done is I've got a clear one and I've got a green one there. I'm using the clear one today so that we can see the fluid going in when I do that demonstration for you. Okay, let's go through this. Straight out. Okay. There's one thing I want to point out with these clearomisers. These ones, if you notice that centre post is actually spring loaded to ensure that you're always going to make good contact with the battery, and the battery as well is spring loaded. It's not. It's actually got a centre post in there as well. So when you screw it up, it actually gives it a soft connection, even though the connection is still firm. It's a very soft connection. And when you put these together, I'll show you how to tighten these. Just tighten them up like that, but don't over tighten it. Turn the battery, don't turn the clearomiser, don't turn that. Always turn the battery and hold the plastic on the clearomiser in the same position. Don't over tighten it. You don't need to over tighten it. All it does, if you over tighten it, is put pressure on that centre post in the battery. I have heard, and it hasn't happened to any of mine, not yet anyway, where the post it gets pushed down and you don't get connection. And this will happen more so in clearomisers where the centre post isn't spring loaded. Just be careful what you buy out there. Like clearomisers might look the same, but I can guarantee you they are not. Okay, so we'll do the filling of the e-juice. On these new clearomisers, you've got like a little dust cover over the mouthpiece. This is a mouthpiece that you actually put that in your mouth to draw like a normal cigarette. Okay, so we turn the mouthpiece to the left, unscrew it, and then it'll just pop out. Okay, so with the mouthpiece, it's got a silicone ring on it, just on this section here. Usually, sometimes you'll pull this out of the clearomiser. You might have the centre of the ring sitting in the centre or down near the end. Just be careful that you don't lose that. If you lose it, the clearomiser is going to leak fluid everywhere. The e-liquid will leak everywhere. Okay, so just be aware of that. Okay, we'll have a look at these clearomisers. Now you'll notice that these clearomisers have long wicks. I will not sell anything with short wicks, because when you tilt the clearomiser back and forth like that, the oil goes back and forth as well. And if you're holding it down like that, the wicks will not be getting any oil at all. You know, so when there's no oil on the wicks, you'll get a burnt taste. So having long wicks pretty much ensures, you know, 90% of the time that the wicks are in some sort of liquid. And when it gets down to, you know, around, you know, down near the bottom there, just fill up your clearomizer again, just so that you don't have any dry hits. And dry hits means you'll get a burnt taste, okay? And it's not very nice. I've been through it, and it's just not, you know, not worth it. Okay, when you're filling up these clearomizers, there's a center hole in there. Center hole, if maybe you see that. You need to keep your juice away from that center hole, okay? Because what will happen if you get oil liquid down that center hole, you'll be drawing that into your mouth, and it's not, even though it tastes alright, after a while you just don't like tasting it. Yep. So the secret is to put it on an angle and put the bottle right up against the wall of the clearomizer. So you're not pulling it in center, you put it in on an angle on the clearomizer. Okay, so put it there and just slowly drip the stuff, the liquid into the clearomizer. I'm doing this like this today, so you can see. Okay, so I've actually filled that up now, and I've taken it up with you. Have a look. There's a little white collar in the center of the clearomizer. Take it up to the bottom, just the bottom level down here of the clearomizer. Don't fill it up anymore, just in case you actually fill it right over and it goes down that center hole. We don't, you know, under all circumstances, we don't want it going down that center hole, and that's probably, you know, the big secret of these products. You know, always make sure the wicks are covered. You got some sort of fluid in there that's sort of drawing up through the wicks, so that you're not going to get any dry hits, and don't overfill the bottle. Usually just up to the mark where it says 1.6 mil is sufficient. You know. Okay, so what we do now is put the mouthpiece back in. We actually push it down flush with the clearomizer and then screw it up. You turn that to the right. Just hold the plastic of the clearomizer firm. Don't turn it, just turn the mouthpiece until it stops, and it'll stop into place. Okay, so next is screwing that on there like that. Don't do it over tight. You don't need it to be too tight, as I explained before, with the center post on the battery. Okay, I usually let it wick up for a minute or two, so that we got some juice that actually going into the coil. So yeah, let's have a look and see how it goes. Let's have a look, guys. So you just put it straight in your mouth, press the button, and just blow it out, and it's brilliant, man. I smoked for 40 years, no word of a lie. My first cigarette when I was 12 years old. Well, it's over 40 years, and I've given up cigarettes when I was must have been 53. So 2 years I've been off the cigarette, and I've been on these, and these are the best thing. I've tried those cigarette looking ones, and they just weren't doing it for me. I found the clearomizers the best way. You know, it gives you a nice throat hit, and there's a multitude of different flavours. You know, you can have tobacco if you want, you can have Red Bull, you can have cinnamon, you can have vanilla, you know, mango, whatever you want. You know, there's heaps and heaps of choices, you know. You know, and the great thing is I'm not spending big amounts of money on cigarettes. That's the biggest thing that I've noticed, you know. And also I feel a lot better. I'm not getting cramps in the legs. My chest is a lot better, it's a lot clearer. I'm not coughing anymore. Every morning I used to cough. I don't know what you guys are like, but that's how I was, coughing, just about coughing my lungs up, you know. And I found this is the best thing, man. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. You know, and I wish you the best of luck. Just, you know, the first week or so you're going to be smoking a few cigarettes. Just expect that. You know, that's part of the course. But in the long term, and you're going to love it. You know. And later on, I'll be doing some more videos on other products that I have. You know, the experiment, and also on the e-juices. Okay, so I hope you find this video helpful, and yeah, and good luck, guys. Good night.